Come on, y'all. Y'all say it with me. This may be my last time. Come on, Kerrion. This may be my last time. I don't know. This may be my last time. Hey, it may be my last time. I don't know. Listen, that's what Kerrion is saying right now. Because I'm just trying to understand. Help me to understand. Now, Kerrion, I had done left you alone. We had done moved on. I even tried to defend you in regards to the Zeus Network and the bad boys of LA when that man went and sit here and sucker punched you in your face and you end up with a busted lip. But now you are in the clank clank. I'm just trying to understand. And I know your father is somewhere right now coming up with a couple of new compound words to sit here and cuss you out all over again. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with this child, but somebody get Jesus on the main line and tell him what you want. Because right now, listen, we don't know what's going on. All we know is that Kerrion Franklin, okay, he has been detained on suspicions of in connection with a missing woman. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what happened, but all I know is somebody is in trouble. Roll that beautiful bean footage. We got a lot to talk about. Mr. 6'8" with a new video. All right, y'all. So when this news first broke, I really sat on it and contemplated a lot, especially after looking back on, sorry, that was my stomach, y'all. Keep going. Looking back on the previous situation that happened, during the pandemic and stuff with him being caught up, with the whole Kirk Franklin and the recorded phone call and stuff like that. And I, really had to just sit here and just take time to digest that as it was. Now fast forward, here we are. And I'm thinking, okay, the brother is on Zeus Network. He doing good. All is well. And now here it is. The brother is in the po-po, locked down, clink, clink. I'm just trying to understand, what happened, Kerrion? Did we miss something? So, let me just go back. So the news first really broke. Larry Reed, shout out to Larry Reed TV. Let me just go ahead and give credit where credit is due at. Yes, first giving honor to Larry Reed, who's the head of Kerrion's life. Too soon? Yeah, too soon. Keep going. It was stated that, he had reached out to Larry Reed from the Clank Clank, and basically, he was telling Larry Reed that, he was wrongfully accused, of some charges back in Texas and stuff like that. And, for me, when I heard what the charges were, it just really didn't make sense. Even though we know Kerrion got a mouth on him, even though we know he has the tendency to have a really bad attitude and perspective towards a lot of things when it comes to life. But on the connections of you being responsible for another woman being missing and possibly you took her life, it just is not connecting the dots, okay? But then again, okay, we have seen other people in the public who we didn't think, would be capable of doing such that, clearly did such. So, I mean, nothing is too far-fetched these days. Celebrity or no celebrity, right? Right, keep going. So, with that being said, the notes, that I had, took down because, I got a bad memory, y'all. So, basically, it all started like this here. Let me go ahead and run the story by you. So, according to court records, 33-year-old reality star Kerrion Richard Franklin was arrested at 7:36 a.m., okay, after being pulled over by the Beverly Hills police. He was booked into jail at 10:28. Now, this happened apparently on Sunday, which today is April the 12th. So, this happened on April the 9th, okay? So, it was stated that he was arrested on charges. He was initially pulled over for a broken tail light. Okay. He's currently being held in Los Angeles County without bond after being taken into custody. Okay. Now, it was stated that when he initially got pulled over, they stated that he was resisting arrest. Okay. I can see that being possible. Once again, we know his attitude. And it was also stated that they found a piece. Okay, pow pow. I don't know where in the car, but they found that in the car somewhere. Okay, and this piece just so happened, I guess they're thinking in their head, the cops, is that this was in connection to the woman that is being referred to, as far as that, where he is being questioned on and suspicions of. Now, you may say, well, that could be anybody's piece. True enough. Okay. But the car that he was in is also stated to be of the missing woman, who we don't know if she's deceased or not. We don't know if the woman gave him the car before she went missing. I don't really know which way the story goes or how it's cut. But they're claiming that the car is hers and she is missing. And for whatever reason, the police clearly got enough evidence, or they feel some kind of way to say this woman is not only missing, but she is no longer on this earth. So when the cops get to that point, they must have something that's really concrete. Mind you, these are supposedly charges that are back in Texas, which is where he is being extradited, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so it has also been stated that Kerrion, of course, denied it. He told the police that the gun that they found did not belong to him. Now, here's where I got the problem at. So he apparently somehow managed to reach out to Larry Reed. Shout out once again to Larry Reed Live, to tell his side of the story from the clank. Okay, now if I'm detained or whatnot, I'm not calling no YouTubers or anybody to tell my side of the story. I'm going to be trying to get my behind out of the clank. Now, in this exception, I guess maybe he called Larry Reed, because Larry Reed stated on his channel verbatim that him and Kerrion, I guess, have some sort of, friendship or relationship, in terms of I don't know if he's a mentor to Kerrion, or excuse me, if just from doing his channel, they develop a bond, as far as like a friendship bond, stuff like that. But Larry Reed, I guess, was trying to help to get him out and use his connections that he knew over in Los Angeles to help get Kerrion out of the clank. But I guess because of the fact that the evidence that they had, it just, he's not being released until Tuesday, which is today. So that's just what it is. So when Larry Reed initially got, contacted by Kerrion, he heard his story. He heard him say that he didn't do it. And, then fast forward, Larry Reed had got a notification or either a phone call from somebody in his Patreon saying that, what Kerrion wasn't just pulled over for a busted tail light, and he wasn't just pulled over for resisting arrest, but he was also pulled over in connections, and aside from those two charges, for the missing woman. Okay, and initially it wasn't stated who it was, so Larry Reed thought, okay, maybe this is in reference to maybe the CJ, because as you all know, back when the whole situation happened with Kirk Franklin, CJ, a guy that is also, now no longer with us. He thought maybe it could have been something to do with that. But then he was like, no, it can't really be that. There must not be that. Not the Kerrion that I know. So then, when the person, whoever notified Larry Reed, told him, yeah, it was in connection to this woman, it still didn't come across as the dots connecting, which to me, I can see that. And he stated, even Larry Reed, in Kerrion's defense, that, he has spoken to Kerrion before in regards to some things that has been said, and Kerrion was able to say, hey, this is what happened, and it came true that that's what happened. So he believes Kerrion when he says that he was wrongfully detained. But as Larry Reed said, and this goes back to my driving point at home, your attitude and your mouth can get you in trouble quicker than anything else. Now, we don't know what exactly happened when the cops pulled this man over, I guess, until they released video footage, I guess, of recorded cameras on the cop's uniform. But all we do know is that We know the reputation that Kerrion carries, which is he's ready to pop off at any second and got a whole lot to say, and he knows what buttons to push, okay? So I can see him getting rowdy with the cops and something going down to where he was detained. But what I can't see is Kerrion actually being accused of taking somebody's life. It just don't seem in the character. But then again, the man has issues as with anybody. And sometimes with those issues comes hidden secrets. Now, once again, here's my thought process. If I was a person that was being accused of something and it was true, ain't no way in the world I'm fixing to be driving around in this person's car knowing the person is missing. Even if the person had loaned me the car, I'm going to at least have some sort of connection, friendship, understanding with the person, keeping in constant contact, because on the flip side, I'm not going to loan nobody my car and they just be driving over everywhere and I don't know where they are at. So that's what's not making sense, is that you are in a person's car in connection to a missing person and you're just driving around happy-go-lucky, and now the cops pull you over and now they're wanting to detain you for connections to this woman back in Texas. Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing. Maybe it's just me, but the math is not mathing, okay? And that's what really bothers me about this whole situation. You know, black man in Hollywood trying to get his start in life, pulled over by the police, and we all know that, you know, let's just call it a spade a spade. It ain't nothing new to see this played out 100 times over, where a black man is pulled over and profiled, okay? So I don't know the ins and outs. There's still more developments in this story. But what I do know is that, you know, let's just keep the people uplifted, okay? I can only imagine what Kirk Franklin must be feeling, even though they have issues, you know, as far as with Kerrion, father and son. But I would imagine that must be, you know, devastating for as a father to say, here's a child that, you know, is a part of me. And now as a result, this child is in the jailhouse, okay? And I can also see on Kerrion's side, now here it is, you don't put your dad on Front Street, and now you are in the clank, and more than likely, your father may or may not get you out. He may want to teach you a lesson. Okay, I always say no good deed goes unpunished, but no bad deed also goes unpunished. Okay, so karma is definitely, okay, coming around 360, Kerrion. Now, I'm not saying that you are deserving of what you are being accused of, because I do believe that a person is innocent until proven guilty. But we need some questions that needs to be answered. And it's just not making sense for me. So y'all keep Kerrion on the sick and shed-in list, because we know he ain't well right now, clearly. I know I would not be if I was locked up in the clank. Okay? Now, I'm not here to judge this man. I really, truly, honestly hope this is not true, because of the fact that, you know, I was hoping this man could get his life together and really come back strong and prove people wrong, even me. But right now, Kerrion, it's not looking good, and we need to know further details. So I'm going to stay on this story and come back at y'all when I hear an update. But until next time, y'all leave a comment. Let me know what you sit here and think, okay? Do you think that he should have called Larry Reed and told him, you know, blase? Now, I don't see nothing wrong with him calling Larry Reed, but for it to be publicized on all for the public to see, I felt like that if this is me and you're my friend, if that's the case with their relationship, I'm calling you to say, hey, I didn't do it. Okay, maybe I can see where Larry Reed maybe was like, okay, I'm going to put it out there so people don't think that you're guilty off bat. But I don't know. It just seems like if I'm locked up, I'm not thinking about, oh, let me try to clear my name in public. I'm thinking about, let me get myself straight and out of here first. Then we can start talking about going to the media with making statements. Okay? Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Until next time, my fun sizers. Peace.